In this video, we're doing paintwork and detail on the super cheap 9th gen Civic Si.
So excuse the mess down here with the masking stuff and some trash back there. But we got the Civic pulled in the garage. I'm gonna tell you this and then go inside because it's so loud with the space heater. Anyway, you can see we have quite a bit of paint fade here on the roof and back here on the deck lid. So here are the faded spots right here on the deck lid and a little bit over here. Once it dries, it will become more apparent. And then it's just starting ever so slightly back here on both sides, as well as, well, it's wet, so you wouldn't be able to see it, but it's starting there. We have it really bad up top, a little bit here. And then the rest of the car looks pretty good, just a little bit dirty, thanks to last night's adventures. So here in the kitchen, I have laid out all of the supplies. And really quickly, before I tell you about these, I do want to make a quick disclaimer. I am not a paint professional, and these are not top tier A+ grade A results. This is a in the garage, on a budget DIY fix. This was about 50 bucks for everything. I don't know how perfect it's gonna look. I don't know what sort of longevity we would see, especially compared to professional paint. I just know that this is considerably faster and considerably cheaper than taking it into a shop. And on a decade-old car with 150,000 miles, I think it's an adequate fix. Now, future me may look back at this. Some of you may be typing angrily in the comments, "Why are you doing that to this car? Oh my gosh, you need to take it to a shop," or whatever. But this is the solution that I'm choosing to take right now. In the past, I've done stuff like this and it's turned out really well. So I'm not afraid of it, and I'm okay if it doesn't look top tier grade A+, because this is realistically a daily driver with 150,000 miles, not a showroom new car. So now that the disclaimer is out of the way, I'll show you what I'm doing. And if you watch the video of doing the 8th gen, this is the exact same thing with a few variations. So number one is we're going to be masking all of the trim, and areas that we don't want to hit will go on the windshield, will go along this edge right here. You can see I have the sanders out there, but first we want to make sure that we're masking so that when we sand, we don't hit what we don't want to hit and take off paint and take off product of any sort, the rubber rain guards or anything, from the areas that we don't want to hit. So there is the masking tape. Sanding discs are representative of that. We have a mask in there for health as well. And then next up is primer. Because we'll be taking off all of the clear and leaving it kind of rough and spotty, we do want to hit it with primer and then gloss black paint. Black is black is black, white is white is white. If I was doing $1 million Ferrari, I'm not going to be using universal Rust-Oleum paint. But we are in fact shooting a Honda Civic that doesn't really have that much pearl in the paint. So I'm not too concerned about using a color match for this specific car. Next up, I have 2 examples of clear that you could use. I'm bumping it up just a tad using a proper 2K clear that needs activated here at the bottom. As you can see, professional use only, and I'm so professional. Anyway, activated at the bottom, shake it up, do all that jazz. Then you have like 48 hours to spray. So enough of me talking. I'll just show you the process. And maybe I'm overlaying all of this audio over some B-roll of me doing this. I don't know how it's going to be edited yet, but here is what we're doing. Nice little update. As you saw on the camera, we got this thing masked. So I didn't do any of the like drop cloth masking. I just wanted to make sure there was a base established, so when I'm running the sander, I'm not cutting into the glass or cutting into the rubber that I taped off here. Same with back here. We have the whole deck lid of the trunk masked other than the little wing or lip right here. So next step is gonna be masking, or sanding. We did the masking. So we got the sanding pretty well started, nearly done. The battery just died on the disc, or on the cordless sander, so I need to swap. Anyway, I'll get the rest of this knocked out and then primed and then shot. So I just got done priming. As you can see, everything is masked and shot. It's a chemical zone in there. It's a chemical bath. Obviously not optimal. If it was nice, I would probably be shooting outside. It's very cold, so you have the fumes of the propane as well as the paint. It's not optimal. The mask, I don't know if it's adequate, but I'm trying to get in and get out as fast as possible. So it's been a few hours. I just removed the tape, the masking, and all of that. And you can see the paint is not optimal based on some of this garbage at varying light angles, but from the right place, it looks good. This is just water that dripped down. I think this looks way better. It's still very dirty, of course. But I need to wash the whole car, get it cleaned, and we can see how it ended up resulting. Overall, I would say it's improved. It's definitely not my best work, unfortunately. So, headed out of the house, and I'm gonna film a little POV drive with the Civic here. It's absolutely filthy, needs air in the tire, but she's ready to go. I've been warming it up for a bit, and that hood, or that roof doesn't look bad from here. So definitely an improvement. Anyway, let's hop on in, switch it over to the GoPro and go from there. So this thing needs a little wash. Oh. So that's it for this video, making the Civic look a heck of a lot better after the little bit of paint work that wasn't pro grade, but definitely improved the quality of the car. And then the detailing, the cleaning up, turned out phenomenally. I'm overlaying some B-roll right now, what it looks like. I can throw up some pictures from the listing. I've actually since ended up selling this car for north of $8 grand. We actually ended up selling this car for $8,000, which relative to what we paid for it was a multi-$1,000 come up, a huge net profit because the paint and supplies weren't that expensive. And someone was able to still get into this car with moderate mileage in pretty good shape for well under book value. So win, win, win
all around. I got to drive the 9th gen for a little while, enjoy it, have a blast, experience it, get some content for you, just to further prove that you can drive your next vehicle for free or even profitably, just as was the case with this, making thousands of dollars. And if you're interested in learning how to do just that, then hit the link down below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date on future content. And with that in mind, I will see you on the next one. Peace.
Give her a little revy poo.